Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. Today's gonna be like a story time kind of video of some when I was working on the Buick yesterday. Now, your boy ain't the smartest. Yesterday he wasn't being the smartest, and the Buick's back apart. And we need a new fuel rail. So, now, something might kinda happen up in here. Yeah. So, yesterday we did the first start on the Buick, which I'll give you guys a whole update video of why the headlight and shit's missing. We started it for the first time after replacing basically the whole top end gaskets. Everything was replaced on the top end of the engine. Like gaskets and all that bullshit. It was all mostly replaced. So, we did our first fire up of this engine rebuilt basically. And it was running pretty well. It was running at first, but it started clearing up. It started running better. So, running good. We were checking the coolant levels, make sure they were alright. I'm gonna have to add some water in that bitch. Make sure it was alright and shit. And it started leaking down here. And there's like a fitting right there. It goes somewhere. Oh, it goes. Oh, no, never mind. It goes this way. Right. Where the fuck did I put that fitting? Right here. This fitting. It goes in here like that. So, this O-ring blew out. That blew off the O-ring. Started like cooling everywhere. And had to shut her down. There's the O-ring. Here's the O-ring. That busted, which is stupid because it's a brand new O-ring. We replaced everything basically, like gasket wise and O-rings, and the motherfucker broke. Like, what the fuck? So, shut her down, let the engine cool off a little bit because it was hot. It's what happens when you run engines. And then I had to come in here and start tearing it apart. So I had to take the alternator off, take this off, and you guys know these wires go to the alternator, right? Well, I don't know if you know, but this one, it goes onto the back of the alternator right here, which gives the alternator power. So my dumbass basically disconnected this, and I was like, alright, I was thinking about putting it up here, but I was like, no, I don't want it to hit this and start sparking and shit. So what do? I put it by the fuel rail. What's the worst that can happen? So, not thinking, oh, maybe I should cover it. Maybe I should have disconnected the battery. No, I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about covering this or disconnecting the battery. So I put it down here. And what do you know? It touched the goddamn fuel rail. And it started sparking. I was like, oh shit. I tried to grab it. And nope. And a whole fucking fire started. I was like, fuck. And I wasn't fuck, but I was like, oh shit. Backed up. Looked at it. Came on this table. Grabbed a rag. Started fucking beating it. I was like, the fire didn't go. I was like, motherfucker. We went over here. Grabbed one of the fire extinguishers. Which are great. Because it didn't fucking work worth a damn, as you can see. Which I think there's no pressure in there. Which is great for when you need them. So, yeah, I came back, grabbed the rag, and just, I just went like that to get the fire to go out. I learned that from when the Chevelle would backfire and to start a fire in the carb. So, yeah, after I got the fire out, luckily, we got lucky. It didn't look like it burnt through any wires or anything important. It looked like it just mostly burnt the loom and some hoses it burnt. So, this hose, it got cut. Well, it was burnt, but we cut it. I think you can get something and where you put that piece on. This is the other side that goes there. So Yeah, keep that. That just got absolutely melted. This goes onto the throttle body. Absolutely melted. If you didn't get the fire out quick enough. And absolutely melted. I don't even know where this goes at this point anymore. And the fuel rail is destroyed. You can see right there is where it caught on fire. So, yeah, it was a dumb moment of me not thinking. So, right now the battery's disconnected. That's why I'm not really worried about where that is. I have the battery disconnected. I have the terminals away, make sure they don't like touch something and get power. But yeah, that was just super stupid of me. I should have did that, covered it back up, or disconnected the battery. Which I was thinking about disconnecting the battery. I was like, nah, I'll be fine. Which obviously wasn't fine at all. So, lesson learned there. When taking that one off, I'll definitely start disconnecting the battery and covering it up like that. But now I'm gonna come in here and start rewrapping all this wire, try to take care of this loom so it's not obvious it was on fire at one point. So yeah, waiting on a new fuel rail because you can't really use a fuel rail with looks like it doesn't even look like it went all the way through. Oh, anyways, waiting for a new fuel rail. Probably take the injectors off of this one. Yeah, just a total retarded moment of mine. And I figured I'll tell you guys for a story. Why the fuck not? So, yeah, lesson learned. We'll be a little more safer. Luckily, I was lucky and got the fire out before we lost anything. So, yeah, that would have sucked, losing, your nice shit in here over a fucking 2004 Buick LeSabre catching on fire. Now, that would suck. But I'll give you guys an update later tonight on why the headlights out and all the other shit we did for the first startup on this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you. Subscribe, if you want. I don't care really. And I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. Do whatever the fuck you want. And see you in the next video. Hopefully the Buick LeSabre won't be on fire ever again. Or any car, Yeah, unless it's my grandma. Fuck my grandma.